Hi Ninja Bricks, Ninja Master Nick here, and today the Alvin Ninjago has Season 11, Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu, episode watching review, and this time we're going to be doing episode 20, and then I'm going to be giving a little bit of my thoughts at the end of the watching review as always. And if you enjoyed today's Ninjago, Season 11, and Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu, episode 20 watching review, make sure to give this video a like and comment. And if you're new to the channel, press that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you will be notified of when a new Ninjago videos upload to the channel. And share this video with anybody you know. And let's get into my watching review of Ninjago Season 11 and Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu, episode 20. And enjoy the watching review.
Your days of evil are over. My revenge, if it's the last thing
Kind of funny he's telling the story of how the seer was to the kids of the another home. And from a lot of the faces, they kind of look scared. Now, they all from a different realm, so if they really don't get any bad guys, things like the ninja does in Ninjago. That is until Dragon's Rising and come along with the whole Mudge thing. And there's bad guys from Ninjago out there and doing who knows what.
Dave is gone! What'd you do to my friend?
I got that. That funny thing she just did, it seems like a little bit exaggerated of how slick they are. Yeah, it's not like anything disgusting or something. And again, of course, it's understandable if they be scared because who wants to hear a story like that from a perspective of a little kid from a distant realm of creation.
It's just paper! Things! I was just telling them about Zane and...
Little kids?
5 to 13? Absolutely!
I think that's like a little bit of a meta joke. About how they are targeting towards kids, since it is a kids based show. Based around kid Lego sets. And that is targeted towards kids. And I think we do have a few more meta jokes about the 11-minute hour when they are going to do the Ninjago and Lego Dreams and crossover episode. And then some other stuff in the crossover too.
There's nothing we can do from here. Lloyd.
Garmadon, Lord of Destruction, King of Shadows.
And I think that's a callback to one of the Ninjago episode Hell Pirates and names and King of Shadows, which is the second time they call back to that episode title in the entire Ninjago franchise, which the first time was when Harumi said when she is trying to rise about only the evil side of Garmadon from the departed realm. Back in Ninjago Season 8, Sons of Garmadon.
To be able to get this off my chest, actually. Oh, What about red? You get it? Because, this?
Okay, I think that's kind of similar to what Kenji said about him naming Toro the Taurus from Count Statius, because it's of a horn. It's kind of like it's something like a bow. No, yeah, when people say, and when both sides say Toro, when they trying to fight a bull. Now in the bull, Halloween, and it has it's kind of similar. If you watch both this and Come to Statius, like and Come to Statius, the reason and Lloyd called the wolf here red, well, it is kind of similar. It's because of the red markings on the wolf's face and tail.
It's getting stronger. This way.
Or say, hey, red here is kind of scared or something, and it's up ahead. I guess he knows something that Lloyd doesn't. And because Lloyd has never been to another realm before now. So he doesn't know what lies ahead in another realm before heading to Ice Emperor's castle to rescue Zane.
You coming or not?
And I would say there's all kind of boneyard here because there's a lot of bones. And I guess there's something big or something. And he lives here and that and eats on and stuff. And this one kind of looks like Scooby-Doo, super natural type of monster. I think like one from What's New Scooby-Doo, and that also that giant owl looking monster from the Scooby-Doo show. The way he looks a little bit. He just looks like the fusion of both of those monsters from both the Scooby-Doo show and What's New Scooby-Doo. Surprise! But didn't go right at her head. That led to trying to eat him. And I do get this is a kid's show, but realistically, his head really should have been inside the bird's mouth, well, beak. Right about now. And he'd be completely swallowed up by the bud. I do think they found that cave. With a lot of ice and kind of blocking it. And then, the thing is made by Zane. I know something. And which means he's been in this general area. Which I think they are going to show that in a later episode of how they show what Zane's like when he arrived into another realm. Before the whole Ice Emperor thing. I don't say we're not leaving anytime soon. On foot. Not without the Mac, because we can't go out there because of the the bird, and the bird can't go under because her cave mouth is way too small for it. That clearly looks like the Mac. Now you can tell by how big it is, and you can kind of see the details too. The lights, the golds, and some of the green on it too.
Sit! Say!
It looks like he hasn't been there in a while. And since there's nobody else in the cave, back then. And if Zane was in the cave, he would be probably hearing Lloyd calling out his name right about now. And I think this device right here, it came from a remake or something, because from our website of the novel realm, there's like literally no types of technology at all. There are no vehicles, TVs, or even ships, for that matter. So the novel is pretty much technology less realm.
I found this recording, and I am no longer. This processing unit is damaged. I may be, as long as the cable is not.
And you can kind of hear Zane's sacrifice music playing while he's telling his supposed last message. And this is, I believe, the third time and they used it. First time when he initially, quote unquote, died in his human form and looking form before rebuilding himself into his current titanium body. And the second time was when Mr. E beat him up pretty badly back in Sons of Domadon in Season 8. And this is the third time during his message here. And the fourth time they used it is later on in Dragon's Rising in Season 3, Part 1, which came out months ago. When and him and Pixel, after reuniting with each other out long after the merge and saved his three Buddhas from crashing into a pile of rocks and from knocked and the corrupted dry Hydronians.
Be found one day. Please relay this message to Julian.
And I think this is literally the first time that the scientist guy that made Zane is actually been name dropped. And I think that was his name and given by the people either watching the show or was making on the show. Named him outside of our universe, but in universe it was never clarified until now. And then there'll be the same thing again. And when him and Kai and Dad was sorry after getting away from a hound block a dog and crystallized. And when sorry he wishes that she has her memory switch to forget about her parents.
Try to fulfill this purpose. I have no Pixel. I love you.
That's kind of sweet that During his quote-unquote last moments, he's saying, "Hey, Pixel, I love you." And before he supposedly died off, without any fresh robotic parts in the novel realm.
Working. If it's the last thing I do, that's a problem.
And I said her body's dead, and on the Mac, which is kind of weird because literally earlier, in an earlier episode, Neil literally said that Mac had flesh and body was isn't it? Yeah, well, to be fair, again, he didn't know how long the Mac has been used, or how long has it been abandoned before they got to have another one to look for it and Zane. How the heck did he get Barry's looking at on the Mac? It was just his green powers. Well, maybe because he still has somewhat of some of the other elemental powers of creation within him. And like Jay's lightning, for example. And that's probably what I guess is what he used. And that's gonna be my little head canon of how he got the batteries recharged and magically made operational again. Well, at least he has a fine chance now. And with the Mac, because it is a little bit more bigger than the bird itself. So at least he has something a little better to fight with. We said the bird won't be immersing with Lloyd anytime soon because as after that fight and showing how tough the Mac is, as after cutting through the lock, the bird knows and now not to mess with Lloyd within the Mac. And at least he's not going to mess with Lloyd in his only form, which still don't know why Lloyd will pretend to not use it. Which I'll probably get into once I do my watching and review version of my original Ninjago crystallized reviews.
It won't hurt you, I promise. We'll be able to. Come on.
He has a good point. Using the Mac, it could be a whole lot faster to get to Ice Emperor's ice castle to find Zane and defeat the Ice Emperor, Vex, and the Blizzard Samurai.
Well, here we go.
And that's gonna be it for the episode watching review. And now let's move on to the first section of this watching review. And that was Ninjago, Season 11, Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu, Episode 20. And it's pretty much focused on Lloyd and the wolf, which he calls Red. Is still traveling into the Ice Emperor Castle, and now they found the a mech that was transported to another one by Siwa. And Ninja really didn't do much in this episode, besides told a ton of sort of how Siwa blasted Zane into another realm, and other ninja pretty much helping the villagers rebuild the small village, and just fixing up a little bit. It was also kind of interesting how they literally called back to one of the Ninjago pilot episode names by having it as one of the titles of his dad, Lord Domadon. And I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the ice chapter of Ninjago Season 11, Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu. Yeah, it's still closer to Lloyd trying to find Zane. And that's gonna be it for today's Ninjago Season 11, Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu, Episode 20, watching review. And like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on the notification bell for new. And more videos will be coming your way soon. And I'll see you guys next time on Ninja Master Net.